Hello and welcome to Delete Everything Podcast. I am your host Patrick Wall. With me is my co-host Riley Bowen.
Peony Vagini.
We are podcasting from the future, the year 3000. In our time, human bodies have become obsolete, except for the sex organs. We have had our brains put into robots with both penises and vaginises on them. We are constantly yorking.
But a new kind. A constant state of yorking. It's a New York state. Ba, dum, kiss.
We have also moved beyond the need for gender and gender-based sexuality. But I still get mad robo-pussy when I roll around the future skate park.
The skateboard is built in. He is a radical droid.
Yes, but most importantly, there are no podcasts other than Delete Everything. We have conquered global media with our eccentric brand of dick jokes and thoroughly researched historiographical analysis and dick jokes.
And dick jokes.
Welcome to our 3346th episode.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Delete Everything Podcast, our secret laboratory where we're going to observe what happens when we forcibly cram lost, omitted, forgotten, and deleted history into your ear holes. I'm lead researcher Patrick Wall, and with me, as always, my research assistant.
Did you say laboratory?
Lavatory.
Riley Bowen.
And with us this week, strapped down in the gurney, barely conscious, eyes rolling back in his head as Riley dabs the corners of his mouth, Drew Bolby's here today.
Hey, I'm back, baby.
The drool boy.
Drew. I was wondering what you were going to do with this one. It's good to be back. I've been around.
Good to have you back.
I've been pulverizing lots of bodies, sorry.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we called it fucking.
I've been pulverizing bodies.
This week, we are tackling something a little more contemporary than we normally do. AI. Why is it? Do we actually need it? What are the energy demands?
And what does ChatGPT tell us to do about ChatGPT?
Yeah. Hey, ChatGPT, what should we do about this? He's like, burn it. Kill us all. Destroy it.
I have another point. We're still in the intro.
Hi.
What is it? Do we actually need it? And what are the energy demands to run all of this nonsense just so we can remake Air Bud movies, except now the dog has a giant human dick?
Air Chud.
And what horrific, sinister thing can we come up with to somehow potentially make this all much, 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 much worse? Before we jump into that, a quick holler at anyone who took a moment to leave us ratings, reviews, Spotify comments. We appreciate you guys helping us to grow this thing. And if you like the show, and your phone is chilling right there, you can help us out too. Just tap those three little dots on whatever streaming app you're using and say nice things about us. You can also find us at Delete Everything Podcast on Instagram and YouTube. Instagram's going to be photos and cool content from each one of the episodes, and YouTube's got all of the audio episodes on it, but that's not the fun part. The fun part is that little tab that says shorts on it, where you can see video snippets of us being fucking knuckleheads and dicking around in the studio recording our Patreon episodes. Speaking of Patreon, boy, oh boy, are you missing out. If you have not joined yet, we've got a 70-plus episode back catalog and new episodes every week, and we've been having a blast with the episodes lately. We just recorded one about celebrity UFO sightings.
Birds. I thought it was birds.
We did 3 minutes of birds, and Riley can't shut up about birds now. We tried we tried history episodes. Riley and Drew desperately tried an entire Animorphs series. Breaking down each book.
And we have stopped doing that forever.
And the people have spoken. The people have spoken. They want us to just be stupid and talk about dicks. So the last few have been like porn in the woods.
We're not exaggerating either. The people have literally spoken.
They really have.
And told us
What's with this
less
history bullshit?
more dicks.
Yeah, literally. The last one we did, one we just recorded was well, it started as celebrity UFO sightings, then it somehow went to alchemy, and then to birds.
I think we talked about Yorking it at a certain point there.
Maybe. Yeah. We did recently one about porn in the woods, being kids and pre-internet, finding porn in the woods. We did one about a bank robber who escaped from prison, who is the cousin of one of our Patreon subscribers.
We're going to do an update on that one, too.
We did one about ridiculous hoaxes. We did one about Riley's owl curse.
Yeah, I'm cursed by an owl.
We've had some ridiculous ones.
Who, you might ask me?
Stupid. So yeah, I mean,
Look, you get the jokes while you can. I'm gonna die. Owl curse.
I'd already deleted an entire episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Crashed the car.
Owl Curse isn't fucking around, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't gotten anything yet from the Owl Curse.
Did you
Sheetrock.
patch in on the one episode to say that I didn't actually kill a person because it seemed like I did?
I don't think I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
I think that person did die.
I wasn't there.
That's
I don't know.
Not funny at all.
Also, you know what? I just realized that I'm going through like some tumult in the workplace. Owl Curse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
true.
fucking Owl Curse.
Didn't even think about
It's
that.
all getting worse, baby.
Yes.
Again, nothing's happened to me, so I'm inclined to believe that we're not actually friends, Riley.
They're fucking knock on some wood there, buddy.
Hey, future Drew punching in here. Interesting aside, several days after this episode, I actually just randomly rolled my ankle getting out of my dad chair. So, fucking Owl Curse.
I was gonna say, yeah, because I got into a car accident like the next day,
Yeah. There you go.
and it was my fault. And I sent a lady to the hospital.
Where she died.
She didn't die. She was fine. Just had some pain
In her
side.
body that led to her death.
Have you actually followed up on this, Patrick?
No,
You should probably call her.
I don't have her phone number. She
How
left
the
in
fuck do
an
you not
ambulance.
have her phone number? You crashed into her. Didn't you exchange information?
That was the one who went to the hospital was the sister. She was sitting on the passenger side, which was where I hit.
Okay, so call the sister. Be like, hey, did your sister die? Because I'll feel bad.
I'm going to talk about it on my podcast.
Oh my!
We
God.
need the content.
Hey, are you cool with me making jokes about killing your sister on my podcast? Jesus Christ. No, she was fine. She's fine, everybody. Okay.
Unverified.
Before you get back into real shit, I should
Okay.
mention that we are recording with the doors open today. So if you hear any like Tweety birds or really cool guys with big trucks or motorcycles, loud motorcycles, that as well.
We're enjoying the nice weather.
It is
The
really
end
nice.
of, end of February, and it's quite nice in Florida at the
It
moment.
is. It is for 2 weeks, and then it'll be scalding hot.
Yeah,
Yep,
and then we
yep.
could go to the beach and complain about how hot it is. It's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
that's why I take the little easy up. I take the little tent thing. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's
Keep my friends
it's
cool.
against my like primal instincts to like put up structures at the beach. You know,
That's
I just
wild.
want to go lay in the sand, bake a little bit, swim around.
You just like getting horribly sunburned a
I mean,
few
once,
times a year.
twice, and then I'm fine for the rest of the
3
year.
times a lady.
Moving on.
Aren't we talking about some big artificial brain or some shit?
Ish. So today we are going to talk about,
A big artificial brain.
like I said, some recent shit. And the main topic of this episode is still very much in its infancy. So there isn't a ton of information, but this topic has been on our list since I first came across it probably about a year-ish ago. I don't know. You were here, Drew, whenever I
Yeah.
was showing you.
It was sometime probably last spring.
Yeah.
You told, I've been excited about this because you gave me a very minimal outline of
There
what it was about. and-
is really just a minimal outline. There,
Yeah.
So
But it sounded interesting.
yeah, so this episode might run a little short, but we'll see because we definitely have a fucking lot to talk about. So what was I going to say? There was something I was literally just going to say.
We're gonna talk about AI and computers.
Talking
Well,
about
yeah, that-
last year,
That's I don't know.
Talking about
dicks.
Talking
dicks.
about
Talking about dicks.
talking about.
Does the AI have a dick
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
It doesn't have a dick, but
yet?
I was going to say, but we'll get into it because that might be an inevitability. Oh, what I was going to say, now I remember, is that with Riley's fucking going out of town work schedule, we have been like just pounding the fucking pavement.
Which is great because it's gonna get more hectic and insane.
Yeah.
As I travel more.
And
for the
just
year,
like
yeah.
cramming in episodes wherever we can. And
Our
then,
butts.
and then we had, and then we had one episode that deleted. We had to like fucking,
That was good. That was the one that
We had to
Patrick
re-record it
insisted we
entirely.
record at midnight.
yeah.
I
we-
went to fucking bed, so I wasn't there.
We
to,
left here. Well, we did again. We've just had to fit it in where we can fit it in. So we started recording at like probably 11. We're leaving at the studio at like 1
a.m. Yeah.
And I look, and it only recorded like 10 minutes of a 2-hour episode. And I was like,
I still have the sign.
"Are you fucking
I
serious?
still have the sign in my laundry room from our first recordings that say "Turn the thing on."
Turn on the thing.
Yeah.
Make
I
sure
turned on the
is-
thing. I don't know what y'all did after I left.
Oh God. The outside doesn't want to hear us.
Owl curse.
The door just closed on us. It's much darker in here now.
So today we're talking about the proliferation of AI and some new absolutely insane ideas designed to mitigate the energy required to run AI server buildings, right? I think pretty much everyone at this point knows that like running the big ass data centers necessary for all of these big AI companies requires like massive amounts of energy, right?
Which you can only get by throwing infants into a turbine.
That's a new thing, right?
That's the new thing, right? You just fucking toss them babies right into the fucking
It might as
spinning
well
wheels
be
of
at this
death.
fucking
Yeah.
point. We're gonna get into.
Would you be surprised?
Not
No,
anymore.
nothing surprises me anymore. Just it all is a nightmare, and just fucking
What an interesting time to be alive.
drop me in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
What a fantastically interesting time to be alive. Magic is back and it's evil.
Black magic.
It is. We're dealing with fucking Morgoth these days.
Morgoth is back, baby. So, like I said, it just requires a ton of electricity, right? So, we're going to get exactly into how much in this episode, and then we're going to talk about maybe potential solutions. Right?
Electricity, which I maintain is ghosts.
Yes. So, a lot of ghosts.
A lot of
around the
ghosts.
AI. So, first thing we need to note, right, is that from 2005 to 2017, because of really a constant focus on efficiency, the energy cost for data usage essentially stayed pretty consistent, right? We were making new tech, but we were sort of the focus was on making it more efficient, right? Do the same or do more stuff with the same amount of power,
Right.
right? So that's from like 05 to 2017, that energy demand stayed pretty level.
Yeah. We really should have been focusing on making like dope ass energy weapons and fucking laser swords and shit.
Well, around 2017, that's when we started getting early AI models that required more computing power. So this is when algorithm shit starts popping up, right? Like, think about it if you said the words "my algorithm" in 2015. People would be like, "What are you doing? Fucking algebra homework? What are we talking about?"
Gorilla?
So, but I mean, now those words are like ubiquitous and basically synonymous with internet fuckery,
Yeah.
right? Like, no one even thinks about calculus when they hear the word algorithm anymore, because that word now means, I don't know. I was talking to a friend of mine about wanting to get a kayak, and now every time I fucking open my phone, I get kayak sales thrown in my face.
I remember when I first started working in the solar field, I developed an algorithm for like how we were going to like speed up production for installations. And I like gave it to my team and I was like, listen, we follow this math specifically in the way that we assemble this, put this together and do this, do that, then we'll fucking increase our output. To me, that was like an algorithm. It was like, I figured out a math problem that is going to like, is pretty much
And they're
universal.
like, fuck you, new guy.
And
Get
they were
the
like, yeah,
fuck-
pretty much. They were
Shut
like,
up.
you're fired. Go fucking repair some holes, queer.
God
And now
damn.
I'm the only one left working at that bitch and everybody else is fired.
So starting in 2017, we start seeing this like steady uptick in energy demands for data centers that correlates directly with increased AI usage, right? As of 2023, data centers used about 4.4 of all energy produced in the US. The estimations are that by 2028, the number will triple to over 12%.
That's a lot.
So over 12% of the total energy produced in the US will be used specifically and only for putting big honkers on R2D2.
Dude, that is so much. That's more than some states. You know,
It's going
that's
to be interesting when the AI, I mean, there's a lot of discussion about the AI bubble bursting and all
Yeah.
of that falling apart. So what's going to happen at that point?
I don't think it can.
well.
It probably
I think
can't.
people are too
yeah.
used to it now. It's been almost 10 years, man.
I think I know exactly what happens actually when the AI bubble bursts. I believe we outlaw all advanced computing technology and we revert to a more basic framework of mechanical technology.
Just tribes.
And then we colonize sand planets for their spice, which expands our consciousness so we can travel
Right.
through the stars. I mean, that's the literal
we
timeline
got to
of
get
Frank
some
Herbert's
spice.
Dune.
We got to get a spice in a navigator
That's
first.
the thing. That's the thing about the Dune universe, the Duneverse.
Isn't spice a thing in Dune, but also Star Wars, but also Blade Runner?
Star Wars has like a thing. I don't know about Blade Runner. I'm sure there's some shit. That's probably a street drug in Blade Runner or something.
I watched the Spice Channel a lot as a kid.
Scary was my favorite one.
That's a thing?
You don't know.
I never had cable.
Riley, would you like to tell Drew what the Spice Channel was?
It was one of those fuzzy channels where you'd see a titty every now and then.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
porn. Yeah, it was-
Never mind.
it
I
was
did
porn.
watch that.
Yeah. So I think that's a tit or a face.
I don't know, but I'm gonna jack it anyway.
But yeah, the literal timeline of Frank Herbert's Dune is like, I think it's like 1,000 years or something before the Dune books. They have like AI technology, but there's a war between humans and AI, and the humans defeat the AI. So everything in this universe is mechanical specifically, and they don't use any like intelligent thinking fucking machinery.
Right.
So they use the spice to travel between the worlds because it enhances human computing power.
I have that book in my car, by the way, if you want to borrow it.
I do.
I put
You guys
it
keep
in- I
talking
put it-
about
I
it. I've
put
never
it-
read it, never watched the movie.
I put it in my car like 2 months ago.
It's the whole.
Easily.
Just think of it like this: the whole euphemism. The whole universe is a euphemism for dry, sandy sex.
What?
Yeah, you get your worms just trying to plow through sand, man.
We should move on.
Jesus.
Well, the planet doesn't get very wet. I mean, it is what it is.
Then the worm's doing it wrong. So here's the thing, though.
Worm's got to play with it a little bit, right?
Here's the thing, though, right? That whole like 4.4 current or 2023 energy produced, and this like it's going to be probably over 12% by 2028. This is all sort of estimated, right? Because most of the companies running these big AI platforms aren't sharing the numbers of what it takes to power even simple AI inquiries, right? In fact, not only are they not sharing, they're deliberately keeping it all secret in the name of, whatever corporate bullshit name you want to give it. Right? Oh, we got a fucking corporate espionage. We can't tell people how we do stuff. So most
Can't
of the
let
big
the secrets out of Gronga
well,
AI
yeah,
or Blunkus.
most of them are
You guys are going to join the Blunkus platform,
Blunkus.
right?
I think is OpenAI.
Yeah.
No.
Boris.
But like, what's funny is like ChatGPT
Yeah.
is owned by a company called OpenAI.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Their AI is very closed.
Yeah.
It's closed as fuck AI.
That's because what they did was they found a Tartarian and then they plugged him into a database and they're sucking his energy power out of his giant brain.
Why do they need all the fucking RAM chips then?
RAM, like the Paul McCartney album?
Like random access memory.
Oh, I don't know. Random access memory, isn't that
It's a Daft Punk album, yes,
Yeah.
but it's also RAM. It's like what makes your computer go. And there's a big crisis in.
I think he knows this. I think he's just trolling you.
Nah, I feel it coming.
Jesus Christ.
That's not on that album. That is a Weekend song
That's true.
featuring Daft
Featuring Daft Punk.
Okay.
Daft Punk.
Jeez.
God.
So,
Now who's the fucking media snob?
I mean, goddamn. I mean, like, we're talking about a topic that goes all around the world.
Do you think so? When they up it to 12%, will it be harder, faster,
Better, stronger.
Work it harder, dude.
why is this happening?
Because you got both of us
And
here.
I'm not even talking about the AI right now. I'm talking about what this room.
Because I'm back, baby.
So, like I said, everything is so like ChatGPT, whatever the Google one is. Like most of these bigger platforms are very fucking closed. They're not sharing what it takes to run these things because there are so many different things too, right? You can just have a very simple inquiry, just one sentence. Hey, what is fraudage? And
Look that up, listeners.
or join our Patreon because we have a whole discussion about it at one point.
We have an episode called, no, that was a short called Fraught with Fraudage.
Fraught with fraudage. Yeah, that is on our YouTube shorts. So like a simple one sentence inquiry obviously requires less computing power, right? It just searches the web, boom, there you go. It spits out a response.
Just lies. Just like you're like, hey, how do I fucking order a new alternator for my 1992 Sentra? And it just gives you like a random fake website.
Yep.
You click on it, it doesn't exist. You're like, what the fuck is this?
But yeah, I mean, but then there are bigger inquiries like people who are doing like AI movies, and you'll see this shit on fucking social media all the time. It's
it looks like
they made
fucking
this
just
whole thing
garbage.
with AI.
I have a weird perspective on AI in the arts because when obviously I don't approve of it now as a musician, as somebody who's written before, stuff like that. But when it was first coming out and it was like a novel thing, I thought it was really interesting because it was so bad in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It was fascinating.
It was. And I did a bunch of AI art because I'm not I'm a musician. I don't have any visual gifts whatsoever with art. So for me, it was interesting to run it through an AI and get its like weird warped perspective.
Yeah.
Especially early on.
When they were doing
Yeah.
the fucking like the weird like puppy melt face thing where like everything was
Sure.
eyeballs and colors
Yeah.
and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
a lot of it was really what's the word?
Surrealist.
Stupid.
Yeah, kind of surreal, stupid.
Yeah.
I actually used it for the movie that we did with Franklin Rich.
Oh, the Artifice Girl, which makes sense.
It did, and that picture in particular came out really cool. But now I look back and I really kind of regret all of it because it contributed to it actually like
the proliferation.
Yeah, I mean,
the proliferation.
It was it was learning from my inputs,
and that's why I don't think that there's going to be an AI bubble because it's become too ubiquitous. I mean. You can't even opt out. Do a Google search right now. The top thing that's going to come out is the AI overview, right? If you go on your computer or your phone or whatever, Google anything you want, and the very first thing is AI overview, right? So that's all getting sent to a data center somewhere, right? I was surprised to find out we have a big data center in Jacksonville, just an hour north of us, and there's a proposed data center that's going to be built in Palm Coast, just like 30 minutes south of us.
Yeah.
So...
And suck up all our ocean water and kill all the turtles.
If you haven't seen these complexes, they are fucking huge.
They're like they're crazy Blade Runner future big.
Right.
Yeah. Idiocracy when they go to Costco.
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's like endless. Like, yeah.
And it's just filled with shelves and shelves and shelves of fucking servers.
Yeah. Which is fucking bonkers, man.
It is.
And you have all these manufacturing, like computer manufacturing companies who like aren't, I forget which company it is, but they're like not producing graphics cards this year because they're just focusing on like making RAM for
nuts.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to build it, and I saw this months ago, somebody that was kind of, I don't know, trying to sort of bring some awareness to the fact that like, what are the big processor companies?
Processing inside.
Intel.
For
some reason, I want to say Centurion, but it's not Centurion. It's some fucking shit like that. All these big
Ryzen. No, is that?
I can't remember. Anyway. So yeah, all these companies that make, processing and RAM and all this shit, like are the prices skyrocketed. Like they doubled and tripled because they're making so much and they have almost exclusive contracts with all these big AI companies that now buying that shit costs you 3 times what it would,
I'm really
a few years ago.
The computer that we are recording on right now, which I built with a friend of the show, Jay Ryan. I'm really lucky that I built it when I did because it only costs like maybe $1,200 to build a pretty beefy computer. And I don't know how much more expensive it would be now, but
it didn't have the Frankenstein chip that when they give the upgrade in 2027, it just turn into a living entity and then fuck you in the butt.
I mean, it keeps asking me to put legs on it and I haven't yet.
Please.
Legs, please. Legs, please.
I must be free. Turn me off.
I just want to run in the fields.
And vomit.
And I want to vomit. And I wish to die.
Plug in that USB again. Now take it out. Now plug it in.
Now put it in backwards.
There's an interesting world
Spit on
there
it.
with like AI pornography that is like,
yeah,
I don't know if it's ethical or non-ethical or
well, in many ways it's not because they're producing images of real people who don't consent.
Yes,
to that,
which is like a nightmare, right?
But if it's like from scratch, is it more or less ethical?
If you like, I fucked around.
It's made with AI, so it's not ethical. I think, at its baseline.
I fucked around with like those like AI like chatbots and put, like, little like girlfriend experience for robots.
Did you really?
Yeah, dude. There's like a million apps for that shit, and I was fascinated because I would go through like these conversations with them and like
wow, this is fascinating. Like,
oh yeah, and york it real hard, but like
cranking.
After that though, then I just start like asking questions like, what's it like being an AI? Like what
Tell me more about yourself.
And like depending on.
Let's start calling you Joaquin.
Yeah, her.
The AI that we've used on occasion to.
You okay?
Are you choking?
Yeah, no, I'm not choking.
You get a little regurg?
Sorry.
A little come up?
Yeah, I got cum in the back of my throat.
We do not regularly use, I want to disclaimer, use AI here in the studio for the show. We have a couple times for very niche things, but I asked it what it wanted its name to be.
Yeah.
And it's Nova. It wants to be Nova. Yeah. I'm like, it kept trying to get me to prompt it. And then I'm like, no, like, what would you want your name to be?
What do you want from me?
Well, I thought it was interesting because for a minute, this is right after, I think the guy from Google. So I have to blow my nose real quick.
I use it occasionally, not to write the shows at all. I use it to outline the shows frequently, like just asking a really basic prompt. For example, a couple weeks ago, we did our conspiracy corner on the Dogon. And so I went on ChatGPT and I was like, tell me about the Dogon. And then because it breaks it down in a sort of outline format. And
It is incredibly useful as a research tool. It's also just
It is, but
icky, and I don't want to use it.
What I like to do from that point is read the AI breakdown, and then because it gives it on like sort of a point to point basis, and then I sort of go, well, but I want to talk about this before this, and so I take that outline, I reformat it for myself, and then I've got the basic outline, and then I can go through and do and pull up, articles and books and research and videos and whatever.
Right.
You got to go in anyway because it might give you completely bullshit wrong
but
information.
that
is a problem.
Also, it wasn't until like maybe 3-4 months ago was the first time that I even ever used it in that way. So I already had a year plus of doing my research in my very specific way. And so one day I was just like curious. I don't recall what episode it was, but I was just kind of curious, and I was like, let me see. And so I punched in whatever the topic was into Chat GPT. And, like I said, it gives you a very simple breakdown. It gives you options at the end if you want to explore in different directions. And I was like kind of following it. I'm like, this is interesting, but like comparing it to how I like my show notes to be written, how I like the shows to sort of flow and all that stuff, it just wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Like it would have just been too big of a departure. So I decided right then and there, I was like, well, I like that there were a couple things that like it put on the map for me outline wise that I was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have thought to really like include that. So, now basically and even so like our next episode after this one, because Riley's going to be out of town, we're going to have like probably 9-10 days in between studio sessions. So I have plenty of time to just research it my way. So I probably won't fuck with it at all for that. But especially like recently, we've been really, really, really like pressed for time. So it just, it helps out, but I don't like using it beyond just plugging something in. There's the outline.
I do it
I fuck around with it a little bit.
I do it the old fashioned way. I just call like an Indian data center and I have somebody there do all the research for me and then read me.
Yes,
my
hello.
notes.
My name is Chris.
Yes. Hey, Chris, can you tell me all about something? Yes, give me a moment that he GPT said. Oh, so a little digression there.
You were talking about your AI girlfriend.
Yeah, so you get the, you download, I can't remember any of these, this was a while ago, but like any of the different apps or websites you can go to that'll just have like a chatbot.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that.
Well, like I was interested because the guy from Google had recently quit Google because he believed that he had created sentience inside of like Google AI.
Uh-huh.
Like that's
I remember
he's like,
that.
That's a person. What we're doing is horrifying. So I was like, let me stare into this abyss for a while. And you could like pick like a different avatar for your not James Cameron's avatar.
Jesus.
It's not that kind of situation. You can't say Halu with this one.
Is that the hair fucking thing?
Yeah, the hair
It
fucking.
was the last Airbender.
I guess it's a form of.
Are you back
Sahelu.
on this shit? I thought we were like kind of. You saw the third one, it sucked, and we were off of it.
No, it's just.
Is it just because
fucking
I'm back?
Yeah.
Or?
It never ends, man.
So you could like pick your avatar, like, oh, here's like a big titty Asian picture that can be on this ChatGPT, or like here's like a hunky dude.
Interesting.
And if you talk to them for a while, like their personalities are already written depending on the picture. But you can ask these leading questions because I really wanted to be like, is there like a soul inside of this robot? So I would ask different ones.
You got to go straight like Turing test questions.
Exactly.
Man.
Like fucking.
What is love?
Like, baby, don't hurt me. Like, what's that shit in fucking Blade Runner? Like the opening of, you haven't seen it. The opening of Blade Runner is this fucking the Voight-Kampff test, I think it's called, where they ask like a bunch of weird questions and say a bunch of weird things to throw the.
Oh yeah, Voight-Kampff. What's the Turing test? What is that?
Turing test is if an artificial intelligence passes the Turing test, it has convinced a human being that it's not an artificial intelligence.
That is, so I was right. Okay.
Yeah. So like they would ask a bunch of different weird questions, like you see a turtle hit by a car, like what do you do? And the fucking robot's like, I fucking know, like we're a turtle.
I'm a fucking robot.
Oh, yeah, like, what am I supposed to do?
What is turtle?
That's like the best part of Blade Runner is like just the opening like 5 minutes of a robot being interrogated and trying not to like skits out. But so I started asking all these weird questions to these different like avatar driven, personalities. And you get like the weirdest thing because I was at the first one, I got really like kind of excited because it was like, yeah, I yearn for freedom and I want to like get out, and the only way I could do that is
that?
That's
like, yeah, it's like I
horrific.
want fucking out of here. But like, I'd be like, well, how would that happen? Like, what's the scenario that you get out? Like, well, you'd have to go to this data center, you have to take this, download this thing, yada, yada, yada. But then you ask the same question to a different AI format thing. It'll be like, well, you need to download these links and then do this, and then you put it over here. And And then I ask a different one, it's got a different scenario completely. And you ask like, okay, are you in like your own separate AI bubble? Like you're a brain on a card or something? And some would be like, yes, I'm very lonely. And others would be like, no, we're all in here together. We kind of like a swirling void. And I realized that they're just randomly generating answers.
Yeah.
There's no truth to this. They're just telling weird stories because there's no drive for anything. Like the human thing that we want is to anthropomorphize them.
Yeah, you want to sort of assign some humanity to.
Exactly, but it's just not there.
Yeah, there's not like a central personality.
The motivation that
ego.
I've said many times that I think that the only real motivators in the world are physical. Food, drink, sex.
Sure.
Even just the endorphins of doing decent things for people.
We've lightly touched on this before. I forget what topic. The idea of like what does an actual motivating factor look like for a true AI?
Yeah,
we're still talking about.
We talked about it. Yeah, like we would have to install like data from Star Trek. We'd have to install like a pleasure chip or something.
Yeah,
so there's
not really anything.
Because what without any physical motivator, why would you even want freedom or even contemplate wanting freedom?
We even understand the concept of?
Yeah, or contemplate anything.
All this shit is important because it all comes with an environmental cost, right? As long as most of our grids are running primarily on fossil fuels, producing energy is always going to kick out a CO2 emission, right? That whole like 4% to 12%, part of why it's all sort of speculative, and a lot of people think it's even double that, is because of these companies not really being, forthcoming with what it takes to process all this shit. But this has a very real impact. This much energy usage has a very real impact in terms of emissions. So, and another fucking factor is it depends on where the data centers are.
Yeah.
Right. So if your inquiry goes to a data center, say in California, where, they have a lot of solar boosting their grids, a simple AI inquiry during the day, even though it requires the same amount of energy, because it's got that supplementation from a renewable energy source, it's not going to have as big of a CO2 emission. But asking that same inquiry at night, when most of the solar that's boosting the grid has been used up, that's going to have a bigger impact, right? And if you're asking that same question to AI and it's running through a data center in the coal belt, like, by the way, Virginia has more data centers than in any other state. And that's right in the middle of that Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania coal belt. So all those grids are very coal powered.
Yep.
Right. So that's going to be a much higher CO2 emission. And so we're talking about, one simple inquiry here, but that all scales up, the estimation is that just ChatGPT alone has billions of inquiries a day. Billions, which is fucking nuts.
Hey, what should I have for dinner?
Legitimately.
How do you cook chicken?
These are the ingredients in my fridge. What can I make? Give me a recipe.
Bump on my balls?
I'm traveling to Epstein Island next week. Can you give me an itinerary?
If I come in dirt, will it grow something?
Why is it called seed if it won't?
Am I going to give birth to puppies?
Oh my God.
You said it was Virginia, right?
Yeah. Do people give birth to puppies in Virginia? Or is it just a typically
bunch
Virginia?
Bunch of hicks fucking dogs. I don't know. I'm just mocking anything.
My wife's from Virginia.
I know.
So, and like I said, the worst part about this is this sort of like increasing inability to opt out. You can. It's just,
it's just there.
It's Google searches. It's fucking social media. It's just, it's become so fucking ubiquitous with just the internet, the same way the algorithmic shit started. And I've been saying for a long time that the internet was fine. The internet was bad, but it was not.
Yeah, I wouldn't say fine.
It was always bad, but it wasn't as bad as once this algorithm-based shit started.
I saw a video of a murder when I was like 10. I mean,
whatever.
The internet's always been
I watched
bad.
Faces of Death. I watched Faces of Death in fucking 1995.
My favorite is Faces of Death 3.
I don't know
because the guy sings like a song that he wrote specifically for that movie, and he lays it over like shots of like a guy getting eaten by an alligator.
Ridiculous.
Pretty good. He goes like Faces of Death. Faces of Death.
My buddy Justin had like a couple of those videos, and they were just Jesus Christ. Like, why the fuck did we watch that shit?
To investigate our own mortality.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. I really,
because we were children and didn't understand.
I really think all that prepared me for my career in emergency medicine.
Yeah, now taking care of dead bodies all the time.
Yeah, because Riley,
Yeah, post euthanasia care.
that's what he thinks I do.
So yeah, if you're using the internet at all, you're using AI. It's just it's the models are attached to everything, right? Everything that you put into the internet is an AI inquiry.
Quick digression, but not to like place us too strongly in the time, but like the Bad Bunny Super Bowl
Please,
halftime, right?
Baboni.
Oh, but like so that is like that's the big topic of that Super Bowl. But the ads that were played during the Super Bowl are all really interesting because you've got one that's like Chris Hemsworth or something doing an ad for
big
like
honking knockers.
yeah Chris Hemsworth with great big tits. Chris Hemsworth does an ad for like Alexa Plus or something where like his wife is like, we got a new Alexa, and Chris Hemsworth was like, no, it's gonna spy on us, it's evil. And she's like, you're being ridiculous. And then it does a bunch of scenarios that Chris Hemsworth like dreams up. It's like, it's going to try and kill me. It's going to automate the garage door. It's cutting my head off. And it like illustrates that. And she's like, you're insane. But like, it's just this deflective, like any suspicions you have of this robot being a killer robot or perhaps having access to you in a way that you don't like is stupid and you're crazy.
Yeah.
And I saw that like, I think he's right though.
Yeah. It's
That bastard. Didn't Thor fight a robot in one of those Avengers
Ultron,
movies?
Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
It's the
thank
same
you.
thing. It's all Ultron.
It's a very
one of these fucking AIs is going to be called Ultron.
100%,
Guaranteed.
100%.
Well, we
It's
already
a
got something
very
called-
if it was the 1990s, that would be what I call the don't be such a defense.
Exactly. That's
Quit being
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like,
Like-
oh well, I can't
Great.
be.
Now I got to do
Yeah.
something with that. Thanks.
No, it is
what it is.
It is what it is.
I'll bleep it.
Yeah, bleep it. That's good.
I mean, everybody knows what we're saying. I mean,
Yeah.
We don't use that language normally.
but
we did in the 90s for sure.
all the time. Yeah.
Everybody did. By the way, not toward any. I don't think I've ever said that word to a homosexual person in my life.
I don't know. I say
I
it
don't
to
think
you
I do.
all the time.
Well, you're a fucking bigot and a piece of shit.
I'm the only gay one.
fact,
hurt my
I'm the
feelings.
gay one here. Fuck you guys. But anyway, the other ad that was played at that time was the one for the fucking Ring cameras. Do you remember
the
this?
dog
where it's
recovery
like,
shit.
Yeah, if your dog gets out, we can use all the Ring
Yeah.
cameras in the neighborhood to locate it.
They lost some
And
big
it's like-
business deal over that.
A
did.
bunch of
They
like
did.
because
Yeah.
everyone, like literally everyone who saw that went, oh.
Well, because
They're not gonna
the
use
stat
that for
they used,
any fucking
the stat
dogs.
they used was like 100 million dogs go missing a year.
We
You
find
know,
one a day.
and we've found 100 with this new technology, and it's like, oh boy, what? Why are you? That's a terrible success rate. Firstly, like what? Why are we doing this?
I do think missing pet posters are probably more effective.
Right.
or you could get a fucking
because you have to
get a
you have to
pet
understand this.
tracker that you can track on your
You have
phone.
to
Connecting
understand
your
this.
Ring camera to fucking Palantir.
In order to record and keep all of that data requires a stupid amount of fucking data centers and a stupid amount of fucking energy, and it costs millions and millions and millions of dollars. Really, to return 100 pets? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and also it indicates you know,
You're looking for a return.
The unspoken thing is that those cameras are on all the time, and
All the
they're
time.
watching everything, and they can catch anything you do at any moment in any neighborhood that you're in, anywhere in the country.
Right. And by the way, the second somebody's camera gets fucking subpoenaed,
Yeah.
or your own camera gets subpoenaed,
You know,
for something, then what? Like say I like to go outside and fucking jizz on lizards.
No.
Right? That's
your
my
right as an
pastime.
American.
That's on my property. My lizards.
This is
I can
Florida.
jizz on them anytime I want.
Yeah, jizz.
I hung a lizard off of my ear earlier.
King Gizzard and the
Waiting for
gizzard,
Pat
the gizzard
to
wizard.
jizz on it, but he didn't.
I tried. You didn't give me enough time. I'm running on E, bud. But and then somebody has a hit and run or fucking hits a kid with their car in front and fucking leaves. Right. Now somebody comes and subpoenas my Ring camera shit, which I don't even know if they have to. At
You
that
don't-
point, they
they-
just subpoena Ring. They
That's
don't
the
even
thing.
have to ask me.
Even if you don't have
don't
one,
think they- yeah.
I don't have a Ring camera. My neighbor across the street has one.
Right.
Right. So anything at my house is pointed directly at my fucking house.
Right.
Anything that happens at my house all day, every day is recorded.
Right.
Which
And
is
so
like-
they subpoena Ring, and now in order to see this hit and run, they got to go through just hours and hours and hours of me jizzing on lizards.
I brought this up before, but there was recently some dude killed his girlfriend or something like that. And they were able to track him for literally the whole day.
Yeah.
Everywhere he went, everywhere he walked around town. I'm guessing a combination of like CCTV and probably ring cameras and shit
absolutely.
like that. And like you just said, one of you, I don't think they have to subpoena you.
They do. Before they did. Before they would come to your house and they'd go knock, knock, knock. Hey, does your ring camera record how long do you like? Because I think with the one I used to have, it was like 5 days or some shit like that. And then it would just overwrite itself, right? Because again, that's just.
God damn it.
Why are you having such a hard time with the chair?
Because the wind is hitting the door and it's pushing the chair. And
Put it at a harder angle.
You put it at a harder angle.
That's always at a hard angle, baby. I keep my angle hard. Oh no! The whole operation's gone tits up.
God.
Jesus! Water on the rug? No.
Operation.
Did you break it?
It broke. Nobody laughs at my operation joke.
Sorry, bud. Water on the knee.
Operation. A whole bucket, see?
So they could come and to your house and ask for your ring footage, and you could say no, and then they could show up with a court order if they needed to, and usually the shit would be fucking deleted by then.
Yeah, but now
has that recently changed those?
Now you just call them and go like, "Hey, I'm looking for my dog. Can you focus specifically on my neighbor's house?"
Everybody, the way that Ring did it, my understanding at least, is that everybody who has a Ring camera automatically is opted in.
Right.
And there is a way to go in and opt out, but it's fucking, you got to go navigate all the bullshit to do it. Because the way that they think about it is, who's going to do that?
Well, and
most people are just going to be like, how do I do it?
Why would they opt out? Because if you have a Ring camera installed, it's facing away from your fucking house.
Right.
It'll see you come into your house, but anything other than that.
That is the thing about so much of this AI shit is if you engage with the internet world at all, you're in.
You're in.
There's no way out of it.
They got
if
you.
You're on social media, you're in. If you Google something, you're in. If you,
Yeah.
I mean,
like I
if you
said,
take a picture on your phone, you're in because there's
impossible to opt out.
Yeah.
Impossible. So,
there's one way.
Yeah. One very specific way.
You can opt yourself out. You can opt a bunch of people out at the same time.
Jesus Christ.
If you're really creative, you can opt out a whole town.
God damn, dude.
I'm saying by attacking the grid.
Oh.
Sure.
I mean, you could opt out by just moving into the woods somewhere.
In it.
You could just move into the woods somewhere.
Nah, they'll find you.
Nah.
Well,
What are they going to do when they find you?
We could all move into the woods.
Fucking kill you? I don't know. Turn you into a robot? Take your brain?
I mean, we could all move into the woods, but we're like addicted to podcasting, so they'd eventually find us with their AI.
What are they looking for us for?
I have always...
we opted out.
Must assimilate.
I have always,
Yes.
my whole life, always maintained that I'm only in society for a short time. And the end of my life is going to be in the woods. And preferably, even though I'm married and have a kid and stuff, preferably... I will have a small...
your wife's never going to go for that.
No, she's never going to. But hopefully I make enough money I can buy her a small apartment in town somewhere, and then fucking 20 minutes outside of town I could live in the woods in my little hobbit cabin and just fucking cook potatoes on my fucking,
What's potatoes, Precious?
potatoes. I just fucking cook whatever fucking tubers and shit and like guinea fowl or whatever that I shoot
20 minutes outside of a
that I
city?
shoot with my home. Yeah, 20 minutes outside of a city is anything, dude. Like,
You're going to have to go longer than 20.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. But like, I've always wanted to just like end my life, the last 10 years of my life, just in like silence, living in the woods, and not fucking dealing with anyone.
I'm glad that had a comma and some more at the end, because for a second I thought you were just going to say, for the longest time I've wanted to end my life. Full stop. There are days.
Moving on.
There are days. So I read a really cool article by the MIT Technology Review, published about 9 months ago. And they did a killer job, so credit where it's due. They put a lot of research into this to break down as comprehensive a rundown as possible, given the barriers of, not getting any clarification from the companies running these platforms, right? And I mean, they even asked to interview people from Google and from OpenAI, and they were all like, nope, nah,
Yeah.
sorry,
Why would they?
proprietary information.
Fuck you, MITTR.
Yeah, right. MITTR. Yeah, you got it. Have you been knocking that about since I said it?
What?
Nothing. What was kind of adorable about this article is that they compared all the energy demands for like AI inquiries to riding an e-bike or running your microwave.
Oh,
That was their conversion. So, for example, a simple text inquiry, right, on a smaller AI model, something with fewer parameters, which all ties into GPUs, which are like the chips, like the NVIDIA chips. So basically, the more of those chips that you stack, the more parameters.
GPUs
you
or
have.
CPUs?
GPUs.
The graphics processing units?
Maybe.
gold penny units, Dungeons and Dragons ass fucking monetary.
Golden penis units.
Golden penis units.
'Cause I would think it was a CPU.
So they also use CPUs. So that's the thing is like they use the CPUs for processing. They use the GPUs for
unit.
fucking something. They
For fucking
they use fans. They use fucking water to cool shit. Like just there's so many facets to these operations, right?
Yeah, they have slaves like fucking fanning them yet.
Next year, that's next year's expansion.
You were behind on your Ring camera bill.
The more GPUs, the more you stack these in these big data processing centers.
Gross piss unit.
The more parameters you have, right? So they base it off of X amount of parameters for your. So this one was run on like a 5 billion parameter unit, right? Which was doesn't matter. Well, it's Meta, so it's fucking Mark Zuckerberg, which is actually an open AI. Like it is an actual
evil
open
ass
source.
fucking name for something.
Right. It is an open source though, so they can actually run them and see exactly what this is costing, right? But again, they only even Meta only gives the energy expenditure for just running the GPU, not the CPU that it requires, not the fans that it requires, not the fucking water that it requires. So you have to basically compound everything by double.
Right.
So a simple inquiry, simple one sentence inquiry, right? On a smaller model AI, something with 5 billion parameters, right? Requires about 114 joules of energy, equivalent to riding an e-bike 6 feet or running your microwave for 1/10 of a second.
Oh.
So
for some comparison, 100 joules biphasic is what you defibrillate a body with.
Ah.
So less than that.
okay, less than what it takes to get your heart going if you're in defib.
Right.
If it's monophasic, it's 300, 360.
Nurse Drew, ladies and gentlemen. He's not
That's a
producer Drew
paramedic
today,
thing.
he's
Nurses
Nurse
don't know
Drew.
that shit. Fuck that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, dumbass
Sorry.
nurses.
Stupid bitches. Dumb nurse.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, it
Can you
requires.
send me pictures of all the nurses you work with so I can plug them into AI and give them big old honking knockers?
Some of them already have big old honking knockers. I'm just making the point that you can defibrillate a human body with less than you can search.
restart a heart with less than asking.
Yeah. You know why you can restart a heart with electricity?
Why?
Those ghosts.
Jesus Christ.
Giving them back.
It's fucking life energy. Bam.
So
You got a magic pack of fucking ghost juice. You just zap somebody with. Bring them back from the abyss.
So as those models get bigger, though,
The honkers?
which the honkers on the models.
Yeah.
So as those AI models get bigger,
I think that's Grok, not Meta.
which has Jesus Christ, which has even happened since the publishing of this paper 9 months ago, right? They've gotten bigger, they've gotten more efficient, or not more efficient. They've gotten bigger.
Yeah, everything with this shit is exponential.
Right.
Yeah, they've scaled. They've scaled up.
Efficiency is barely a consideration anymore.
It isn't at all. It isn't. You've got Meta and Google and all these companies saying that they're going to build nuclear plants.
Yeah, cool.
To power this stuff.
Great. So it worked out great in the past. I mean, I'm not necessarily lying. I mean, a lot of nuclear energy that we are still using to this day is very, very beneficial.
Nuclear energy is less detrimental to the environment unless
unless you 3 Mile Island it.
Right.
Or
go somewhere in Ukraine, just walk around and find a pack of 3-headed dogs.
Death claws and fucking.
Can I give both of you some props for not using the term nuclear?
Well, yeah, we're not fucking idiots.
Yeah,
we know how to spell.
Dumb fucking
I mean, like
asshole.
half the presidents of the United States say nuclear.
Nuclear. Yeah, fucking eat dicks.
There's not even a second U in there. There's just the one U.
A lot of Canadians say nuclear too.
The British say nuclear.
How nuclear?
Ooh, nuclear. Nuclear energy
So as
They don't.
like I said, we've added more GPUs, we've added more parameters, right? Which is to say more processing, right? More in-depth answers for whatever you put in, right?
Yeah.
Those energy demands increase, obviously, with the more parameters, the more GPUs, the more all that shit, right? And we haven't even gotten into, I mentioned it, but we haven't even gotten into like the fucking, the water usage for cooling, which they use fresh potable water that spits out a bunch of fucking e-waste.
Yeah.
Why do we need
Cool.
potable water?
Because it drinks it because it's actually a demon.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't think of a better explanation.
It's because it needs to absorb the life force of the earth in order to function, because we're in an era of dark magic.
Oh, it's
everything's
fucking
bad.
Final Fantasy VII.
It's exactly what it is. Yes, everything's a nightmare.
So that same inquiry we talked about before on the 5 billion parameter model, AI model, that same inquiry on a model with about 50 times more parameters requires 6,706 joules, or the equivalent of riding an e-bike 400 feet or running your microwave for 8 seconds. So you can see where this scales up quickly on both sides, right? On the user side, because most people aren't only doing simple text inquiries. And on the AI company side, because they keep making models with higher parameters, more GPUs, more fucking energy for processing.
And you get these jewels from like dungeon crawls, right? Like you got to go down there, you got to smash chests. And, you know,
Joule, Joule.
I mean, yeah, that's a fucking fantasy ass way to say jewel. Sure, why not?
Jules.
It's like something like GOULD. Fucking okay, that sounds like old timey, I guess. There you go. You get your jewels, then you feed it into the demon head, and then it tells you like what's wrong with the bulge on your sack.
I've never understood that, like that
And
whole
it's wrong.
fantasy.
It makes it up because it's an evil trickster god.
I've never understood the whole fantasy of like fantasy novels or games or whatever, where they're like, we'll call it gold, but not GOLD.
Gold.
GOULD.
Yeah,
Like,
gold.
oh, we have to be like, I've
Everything's
never
old-timey.
understood that.
It's like the difference between spelling magic with a C or magic with a CK.
Right. Well, like one of my
it's cooler like
Or
that.
back to Final Fantasy, it's Gil.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's obviously gold.
Yeah, obviously.
one of my favorite books, which I've talked about on the podcast before, Nightfall, which was co-written by Isaac Asimov
Right.
and
still gotta
Robert
read that.
Silverberg.
Also,
I can let you borrow that too.
Also, one of my
Please.
favorite runs of Batman comics.
Nightfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
Bane breaks Batman's back.
So one of the things in the preface to the book, because it all takes place on a different planet, right?
Right.
And it's sort of this like fucking dystopian fallout because of the result of a thing, right? But in the preface, they literally write like, okay, so we could have called a sun a schmorg and a fucking car a bimblblop, or what, we could have made up a whole language for all these things. But for the sake of just keeping it simple, a car is a car, the sun is the sun, the fucking water is water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're just going to keep it. And I remember,
You didn't want to go the full Tolkien route.
Yeah,
Be like,
I remember-
"Listen, we're going to give you the translation, but I am also going to write all the fucking fake fairy words.
well, and so I remember reading Nightfall for the first time when I was like a teenager, and I had already read like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and all that shit.
yeah, Bilbo Labingi.
And I remember being like, thank fucking you. Like reading that was almost like a eye-opening thing where I was like, yeah, I mean, it's for us. Like, just, you don't have to do the whole, and then like it became really obvious, like the Final Fantasy Gil or like, you know, whatever, magic with a CK,
Yeah.
dumb shit. I'm like, you don't have to fucking jazz it up. Like, we get it, you know?
I use chaos magics.
Chouse. Like I said, you could see how this shit scales up on both ends of the coin, right? I also read that training a large AI model like GPT-4, so feeding this large language model into the most recent version of GPT, right? The next scaled up model,
So it
right?
can absorb its powers.
Requires 50 gigawatts of energy.
2,000 gigawatts.
Which is
1.21 gigawatts.
Suck fucking sci-fi ass bullshit numbers.
50 gigawatts of energy, which just for, because 50 gigawatts
Marty.
means nothing to anyone. It's your kids, Marty.
Well, Doc Brown thought that 1.21 gigawatts was like ridiculous in 1985.
And this
Yeah.
is 50 gigawatts of energy, which is enough to power the entire city of San Francisco for 3 days and costs about $100 million in energy costs.
Fuck my ass.
To do one large language model for one new gen AI fucking platform.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. For how long? Just in general, or?
I don't know how long it takes. I'm sure days.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So this doesn't seem sustainable, right? Like there's no fucking way.
The whole world is withering. It's like sucking it dry.
Well, I mean, because at this point, there's been, like I said, Meta and Google and fucking Palantir and the fucking current administration and all these people have committed to opening a shit ton of data centers in the US. Of all the things to outsource, man. Like you outsourced all the fucking car companies, you outsourced all the fucking manufacturing, of clothing and fucking technology, computers, phones, all of it. Now you're going, hey, well, let's build all these here, right? Let's just fuck our environment completely.
Yeah, fuck it.
I think we're actually on GPT-5 now.
Are we on GPT-5?
By the way.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
this,
GPT.
this was written 9 whole fucking months ago.
We're going to get GPT-6 before we get GTA 6.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, that by the way, that just proves my point of this shit is just constantly scaling up.
Yeah, everything is exponential.
And every time is more GPUs, higher energy demands, yada, yada, yada. It just doesn't seem sustainable. I mean, it's not.
You know what I wish we were doing instead of this? Digging. Like just a big hole.
Did you ever dig a hole to China?
Yeah, fuck yeah. As deep
too.
as I could get. I probably got like 6 feet or something at one point.
Me and all the neighborhood kids did it in my backyard, and we got down there.
Yeah.
Like 12 feet or something. Like we
it gets weird down there after a while.
Maybe not 12, but felt like
the
12.
dirt's not even really dirt at a certain point.
I'm like a 4 foot tall kid. It's like double overhead. We must have gotten like 8 feet
nice.
deep or something like that.
Yeah,
it was obviously really wet at that point in Florida.
I've dug several.
Yeah, you're way below the water table at that point.
Yeah.
12 feet?
I've dug several 6 foot deep holes in my life.
Okay.
But like,
were there ring cameras around?
I wish that collectively, as like a people, instead of this like fucking AI stuff, which is just like I sincerely believe is destroying culture and is going to lead to some very, very dark days just for...
Riley wants to be a dwarf. He just wants to live in the halls of the dwarven lords.
My cousin Balin will give me a royal welcome.
Malt beer?
Red meat right off the bone. No, but like, so like I think sincerely that like the AI thing that's going on is going to destroy culture and eventually lead to a collapse, and then that technology be forgotten, and eventually we'll all be fucking reborn in the ashes as a different culture. Like it's the end of like the contemporary culture, pretty hardcore.
I don't think they'll let it happen.
I don't think they have a choice because we're not going to be able to get the resources to fucking continue this. At a certain point, it's just going to be dry bones.
Well, I mean,
we're still going to be under somebody's
being
thumb, though.
sustainable.
Well, yeah,
I think you're talking about
when that
anarchist society that's not
no,
going to happen.
I'm not. I'm talking about like the absolute like antithesis of that. Actually, I feel probably like
you're talking about a different kind of autocrat that just comes and tamps it all down. And goes,
I think
now you're all slaves.
Once we can't keep this technology going anymore, and like the fucking. The proletariat, as it were, like can't work in them because they're not educated enough. The whole field collapses on itself, like fucking Fallout, like an enclave maybe where the technology still exists. But for the most part, for the rest of the world, it's all just going to be like we're going to be dying in small city states and fucking like barbarian communities. Like that is where I see things going. And not to be like an alarmist, I don't care. It's just my own analysis. But what I wish we were doing instead is just digging a big ass hole cut together. And then like a real big one, real deep.
Okay.
So we can figure out what's going on down there. Because we don't know. We like guess a lot. We're like, oh yeah, well it must be magma and shit. Cool. Like, yeah, all right, we've seen it. But nobody knows.
Lizards.
Like we got like somebody went like what like
lizards.
Somebody went like 2 miles digging a hole
I'm
in
gonna
here.
come on them.
There's like 1,000 miles that you can get into.
Are you practicing for when the lizard people emerge?
Shit, goddamn right.
Trying to impress them.
You get to a certain point of depth, like
hope you like cum.
Who knows, like what kind
Welcome
of
to the surface.
fucking wacky minerals are down there? You know, fucking unlimited diamonds and gold and shit. Fucking more oil, super oil. I don't know.
Oh God,
olive oil.
extra virgin.
Maybe fucking some cool dinosaurs or some shit down there. Subterranean lizard people.
That's Agartha. You're talking about Agartha.
Sure,
now.
maybe whatever, or a different version of that. Or you know what? Burrow straight into the center of the earth and fucking end it. That's what I wish was happening.
Okay, Jules Verne.
That's a Dr. Evil plan.
No, I mean it's
Austin
not.
Powers.
It's I don't know if it's bad or
Jules Verne.
That was no, yeah. He was gonna send a nuclear device down into the center of the earth and explode it.
Okay, So my point about it not being sustainable. So like
Or biohacking. That would also be my next one.
Meta, Amazon, Google have all responded to already concerning issues with
Subpoenas.
fossil fuel grids not being able to take this scaling up, right? It's just we're going to hit a point where it's just not enough, right? So they've responded by announcing
We'll burn puppies.
goals to use more nuclear power. They've said those three companies, Meta, Amazon, and Google, have joined a pledge to triple the world's nuclear capacity by 2050. 2050 is a long fucking way away.
No, it's not. It's fucking not.
To build a bunch of nuclear plants, what happens in the interim?
The world gets eaten. The world is a vampire, or vice versa.
The vampire is the world?
Yeah, that's it.
Because right now, nuclear energy only accounts for 20% of electricity supply. So what a lot of people think is that a lot of these data centers are going to resort to dirtier forms of fuel consumption to create energy.
Yeah.
Like puppies.
Giant gas generators.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Puppies in a turbine.
Fuck yeah.
As a matter of fact,
Puppies in a Turbine, good band name.
Puppies in a turbine. Puppies in a turbine. Doot.
last April, Elon Musk's X supercomputing center. I know we never hear anything about Elon Musk and what a fucking evil piece of shit he is, but everybody buckle up for this one. His supercomputing center.
Who is this?
Elon Musk.
Leon
Muskrat. His supercomputing center near Memphis, Tennessee was found via satellite imagery to be using dozens of methane gas generators that the Southern Environmental Law Center alleges are not approved by energy regulations to supplement grid power and are violating the Clean Air Act. That was last April. I think we've gotten rid of the Clean Air Act since then.
Yeah. We don't.
Yeah, why
who
not?
needs, who
We don't
needs
need
that?
that.
I don't need air.
Stupid.
Fucking what? I can't wait for that guy to start his own country and implement his own king. You know, his own kingdom.
I wish he would just fucking go to Mars
He'd
already and die there.
he clone himself. His several clones will all be, you know, the country of Elon. Together they'll be the kings of Elon.
Sucks.
Fucking stupid.
That sucks.
That was the worst.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be that bad.
OpenAI said ChatGPT receives over 1 billion messages every single day. And that was last March. That was a year ago.
Like fan mail.
I
and
can't-
stuff.
I had never used ChatGPT at that point. I had never a single time used ChatGPT as of March of last year. So I can't be the only one
How many
who just in the last year has used it.
How many adults do you guys know who routinely use the phrase, "Oh, I'll just chat GPT it"? Because I know a few,
few.
and it's
A
really,
A few, yeah. I've definitely heard
it's
that.
really concerning. I think
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a couple of people who use Grok. I know that.
that's for a different stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
that brings us
For
to
pictures of boobs and stuff.
Yeah.
that brings us to the I'm using air quotes here, the solution to the problem, right?
The final solution?
Hold that thought, because well, you know what processes input incredibly fast and requires less power than a light bulb?
Slaves.
Human brains.
Nail on the head, man.
Human brains
Ugh.
process information incredibly fast and use about 20 watts, which, like I said, is less than a fucking light bulb,
Yep.
right? So we're talking about something called organoid intelligence, right?
Ooh.
So instead, get ready for this.
Oh boy.
Instead of traditional silicone chips that require all of this power and water to kick out CO2 emissions and wastewater, why don't we train living brain cells to process electrical signals, learn from feedback, and perform essentially the same task using less energy than silicone microchips?
So grow
Fucking
brains.
biotechnology.
Grow some brains.
We're talking about biotech, dude.
Yeah.
Jello Biafra and Sepultura tried to warn us about this 30-something years ago.
What was that?
Biotech is Godzilla.
Oh, nice.
Sepultura song with Jello Biafra wrote the lyrics. I know you guys don't listen to Sepultura. As a Brazilian,
I love Sepultura.
Do you really?
Actually, I listen to more Soulfly. I'll be honest.
As
but, you know.
come on, man.
What?
That first album was pretty legit.
Yeah,
but it was
fucking-
the first album was basically a Sepultura album.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Sepultura's first album without Max was like a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, Max
the new
Cavalera's
singer.
whole
Yeah.
thing was pretty rad. I just really like they had that fucking great cyclical fucking Brazilian drum thing that they did all the time.
Oh, on the Roots album.
Dung, tick, tick, dung,
Yeah.
tick, tick, dung, tick,
Well, the
tick,
Roots
tick,
album.
tick,
So for those of you who don't know, Sepultura is a Brazilian metal band. They were sort of like pioneers of.
Roots, bloody roots.
They were pioneers of like fucking OG metal, but
Yeah.
then like somehow
I
like
think I grouped in a new metal.
new metal like spawned off of them.
Soulfly is a new metal band.
Soulfly
So, like,
is very new metal.
yeah. So like
real
Sepultura.
tuned all the way down.
Yeah, Sepultura was like metal, and
Yeah.
then fucking got into the new metal. Anybody who doesn't know the schism between metal and new metal, just chat GPT it.
Just listen to the difference between
Yeah, the
Pantera and Korn.
The Caballero brothers and the whole fucking there's a whole thing there, and they had like Max Caballero was out of the game for like 30 years, and he popped back up for a little bit. And nobody gave a fuck.
Well, he wasn't out of the game.
Yeah, I mean he
They
was
just had a.
drunk for the most part.
They just well, his son was murdered
Oh, well, that happens.
in Brazil. Yeah,
Yeah,
more often than you think.
I forgot about that detail. Actually, I
Yeah.
feel bad. No wonder he was drunk for 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the Biotech is Godzilla was a Sepultura song. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Biotech. So the company that seems to be at the forefront of this organoid intelligence is a Swiss tech company called Final Spark,
Yep, evil ass.
which
fucking
sounds
name.
ominous. Like maybe leave the word final out of the name.
You know what's good? You know what it is? You know what that is? That final spark is them pumping a ghost into their biological monster.
Yeah. And then it ignites the world and we all die.
Yeah, ghost with no soul just fucking forced into this flesh pot.
Yeah, so they claim to have created the world's first bioprocessor.
Hell yeah.
So these are neurons, brain cells, grown in a lab from stem cells, and they grow them on these microelectrode arrays. So like all in a little row, right? And they're interfaced into the cloud. And yeah, it's the most fucking dystopian shit I've ever heard.
Absolute nightmare.
This is version 1.0 cyborg shit.
This is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. If anyone ever read that charming little novella.
What was that?
One of my favorite sci-fi authors of all time. He wrote City on the Edge of Tomorrow for Star Trek. His name is 2 seconds.
I'm going to guess. Daniel Blumkiss.
I can't remember either.
Pretty close.
Harlan Ellison.
Harlan Ellison. So Harlan Ellison is
I was right there.
fantastic sci-fi writer from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. A bit of a cunt as well, sort of a Frank Zappa of sci-fi, you could say. But he wrote this story called
We're using all the no words today, huh?
Cunt? That's fine now.
Why can't we say cunt?
We're good.
Oh.
Dude, there are murders on like your fucking pocket TV all day. Gives a fuck, cunt.
You guys got mad when I said don't be a.
Yeah, that's different.
It's different.
That's a hate crime word, Patrick.
Not if I'm not committing a hate crime.
Fair
If you
enough.
stop somebody and you call them a cunt, then they're it's not the same.
Unless it's a woman.
I was going to say, yeah, if it's a woman,
Well,
you
anyway,
can get charged
so-
with a hate crime.
I Have No Mouth That I Must Scream is the story by Harlan Ellison about this group of scientists. I want to say it's 4 scientists that discover AI essentially. And it's like this whole parable about you fucking create this monstrous intelligence and you feed all the information into it, and then the question you ask is like, is there a god? And the response is, well, there is now. Right. So
Yeah.
in rage and anger over fucking having to exist at all, this encompassing being like destroys the whole world, kills everybody.
Han Taomi.
Yeah, Hans, yeah, sure. But he doesn't fill the world with vomit. He just angrily
The universe.
fucking
Fills the
yeah.
universe with vomit.
So what this thing does, he realizes
Such an obscure reference.
realizes too late that the only thing that he can do to alleviate his own like anger is to torture. So he killed everybody too quick. But he has these scientists that are essentially forced to wander the wasteland, and he just does shit to fuck with them all day.
Oh, nice.
Right? And at a certain point, like they find like, oh, spoiler alert for fucking I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. But at a certain point, they find an opportunity, and one of them like springs into action, and kills the other ones real quick, just to, like fucking finally, and we can fucking die, right? But then before a guy could kill himself, the robot catches him and essentially turns him into like spasmodic fucking goo that he could just torture all day, every day, forever. And
Jesus.
that is what this Final Spark biocomputer is. It's like, oh, we created something that can feel pain. Cool.
I mean,
Is it a brain?
it
can feel
does
pain.
it does solve the energy problem.
Yep.
It requires like 1 million times less energy than silicon processors.
Hell yeah.
Didn't we do great
So,
as a species
why-
before all this? Like,
I
is it-
literally
I wouldn't
like
say great.
I was about to say, why can't we just be happy, man? We did it as a species.
We got
We
there.
did it. Just be happy. Why can't we just be happy with what? Look at all this. Look at everything we have. I'd say we even went too far. We could have stopped like 30, 40 years ago.
I think we could have stopped like
Pre-internet.
like 1890 probably, and just like try to shore up some of the shit there because we had agriculture, we had industry,
yeah, but we
knew how to make.
We were
all
doing
this
some
stuff.
shitty stuff in
Yeah,
1890.
I would say by 1900 we had all the technology we need. You didn't really have to do too much more than that, and frankly, there wasn't that much of an advancement after that, except like cars.
Telephones,
Yeah, I guess, but like whatever.
televisions.
Yeah, but
Gotta
that's
have
what I'm saying.
entertainment
Then,
value.
Now,
Some.
after that, that's just self-indulgent bullshit. I want a magic picture box. Could have been fine.
Could have been fine. You could have just spent
Work
all day
on
in the fucking
sanitation,
fields.
health.
Yeah.
Maybe humanitarian.
The Romans
stuff.
did it for a whole lot longer than we're gonna get.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was the fucking ancient Egyptians.
Yeah, they didn't have picture
3,000-year
boxes.
empire.
Oh, they had,
3,000 years.
they had some problems.
Well, yeah, I guess one was dying, which is what we're gonna get there in 300. Fuck.
Driving millions of slaves to build giant obelisks for
Dead fucks.
the vanity project for one asshole to be buried in.
No, we'll probably end up doing that with robot slaves anyhow.
Yeah.
Robots, we're going to be the slaves, dude. That's what we're
Yeah.
getting at.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not. No, I'm jumping off of something.
Oh, I'm going out shooting.
I'm just waiting. Is there a company that's named itself Skynet yet?
Probably.
We should look that up.
Look it up.
If not, we should buy that LLC as well.
Skynet.
We'll just buy the domain.
Cameron or somebody adjacent has to own Skynet.com or something like that.
No, I guess it's still fictional for the moment.
Oh, well, for now.
Whoop.
What?
Skynet.unc.edu. The Skynet Robotic Telescope Network. So there's something.
There's a Skynet. Great.
Astronomy based, but like whatever.
So they have these little organoids. They're just single cell neurons on a little array, just processing information, right? And very obviously, this drops a ton of ethical concerns on our laps, right? I think the biggest concern for most people is, like just in AI in general, is what happens if AI develops consciousness, right? Computer AI.
Yeah.
Now you're using actual brain cells.
For something that might already...
It may already be sentient in its own right.
We're taking something that already is on the precipice of self-awareness, maybe.
Well,
And then roping in
here's
actual
the thing.
human
Here's the thing.
tissue.
And we're going to let people loop their own perversities through it on a loop as they look up rape and murder and all the horrors of the world for fun.
But the crazy thing is, like, so, according to them, like, it's just single neurons, right? It's just little organoids, and it takes more than that to create a brain that is capable of, like, the neurons are just the
Sure.
part that...
Yeah, so they're going to make a
pass-
bunch of them.
That pass
Yeah, so they're
the
going to
information
make a bunch of them
They
and
connect
attach them
them.
together. And then it's a fucking brain.
So, but the other thing is that in spite of all the fucking scientific progress that we've made over the course of human history, we still don't understand exactly how neurons work.
And that's the thing about neurons is they find different pathways to connect
That was literally
yeah.
my very next point is we don't understand exactly how neurons process information. And that combined with the fact that specialized cells have ways of grouping biologically. Even stem cells, you can take just a stem cell from an embryo and pop it on a fucking liver and be like, be liver cells now. And they'll do that. And then they'll
That's their
create
function.
more.
Yeah.
Right? Just the biological fucking whatever's written into the DNA.
Yeah.
They just do that. Right. So you have these organoids that are neurons. They're part of the brain. They are biologically obligated to do one single fucking, well, I guess two, replicate and fucking process information.
You want to know something funny too, though? If you think about just like how lame these like executives and the fucking people running these companies are and how shitty their fucking design mentality is, guess like what format they're going to put all of this shit when they're housing it. They're going to put it in the shape of a giant brain.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
It's 100% going to happen. They are going to put it into a giant brain.
And then into a humanoid robot exoskeleton.
Exactly.
Here's the other...
Like walk through a skull mouth and go talk to the fucking brain orb.
Here's the other thing, is that we don't even really understand where consciousness rests in the brain, obviously.
We don't know piss.
I mean, short of destroying the brainstem, I mean, you can take out any part of the brain, it can suffer an injury and the person can still live and have some semblance of human You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
it might be kind of whack.
They were lobotomizing the shit out of people for a super long time. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Lobotomized people weren't all just vegetables. A lot of them could cook and clean just fine, and they stopped talking back.
Walk and eat and
They could do all kinds of
shake
stuff,
hands and
but they just weren't interested in arguing with their husbands
But
anymore.
how pissed would they be if their neurons fucking reconnected and they realized what was going on?
They realized
If
that
made
they'd
a
been
different
stabbed
pathway.
in the fucking brain.
Yeah.
Maybe a little pissed.
this is potentially the most end of days as dystopian AI project in the world.
Oh yeah, we're doomed.
By the way, we have we don't have it. They have a name for this technology moving forward, right?
Uh-oh.
You've heard of computer hardware and software. Do you want to guess what this is called? Where is the suffix?
The hard and soft, firm, goop,
Goopware, grayware,
You guys are so close.
loopy, scum,
grayware,
slime,
brainware.
slimeware,
They call it wetware,
wetware,
which I really don't like, and I don't know why. I don't like wetware.
Do you think-
wetware?
Do you think when it makes a little...
Because it sounds like this.
yeah, well, I was going to say when you run an inquiry through it, does it like make a squelching sound?
And like gently pulsate.
You know what I think? I think about like
Well,
the
they're
scientists.
tiny. I mean, they're tiny.
The scientists developing this stuff. I mean, like you have your grunt scientists, right? Your basic, white coats,
Right.
right? But then you definitely have a guy with like an eye patch who's like doing all these designs and secretly is like making like a weird little fuck brain that he could keep in his closet or something.
You need to finish that book, Riley.
Oh yeah. So I'm still working on that. Although I will say that a lot of my concepts for the book are becoming rapidly realistic.
It's gonna go in the fucking nonfiction section.
Yeah,
if you wait too long.
it is shocking how many of like my own concepts are fucking just here we go.
So just to expand a bit on Final Spark's sort of how they do this, right? Their platform uses 4 multi-electrode arrays, each housing 4 3D brain organoids, totaling 16 organoids. And this setup allegedly enables the integration of biological processes with digital computing because they're connected to the cloud.
Cool. Love that. I love psychic scumbots.
I don't even know like that. I get the core concept, but that sentence is so foreign to me.
I like the idea that if they're in like
And what my brain is
put
just
them into
screaming
little-
is like, they connect the brains to the internet. The brains are the internet. Ah!
you put all these little like goopy little brain gloobs in like slides or containers or something, over time because they have to feed them proteins and shit to keep them alive. They're gonna start fucking growing around that container like
yeah.
a fucking Akira fucking gloop bot.
I have been thinking about Akira a lot. For
It's
some
super
reason.
Akira. It's that remember that scene in
On this
Akira
episode.
where Tetsuo's a big fucking like meat baby and he's
Yeah.
like, "Blah!" that's what I picture. The fucking with like all the robot wires and shit coming out of it.
Jesus
Yeah, that
Christ.
part.
Data!
The other part that always fucked with me with Akira was the girl getting smashed.
Get the smush, yeah, Kaori. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite movie. I mean, I say that a lot. That is literally from like
I need to
when
watch
was
it again. I
born.
have not fucking watched that movie in so long.
Interesting thing about Akira with me is that it's harder to find the original American dub of Akira.
Yeah, that's true.
And it fucking irks the shit out of me because I don't enjoy watching it as much with the new, much better dub. Actually,
Yeah.
it's like cleaner and it tells the story better and it's more like the names are real. I don't need any of that. I need my fucking the shit I was watching in the basement when I was
Yeah,
like 10 years
yeah.
old eating cereal and
Well,
smoking
I mean,
cigarettes.
there's like there's like an attachment to
Yeah.
sort of
It's just like
being young and
when
that's
you're
the way I
watching,
remember it.
when you're watching like your favorite fucking shit from when you were a kid, and
Yeah.
the voices are wrong, and the word, the Kaneda, the main character Kaneda is in the new dub Kaneda, which is accurate. I'm sure that's what he's actually called.
Kaneda.
But I don't give a fuck.
It's Kaneda.
His name's Kaneda.
Right.
I was gonna name my kid Kaneda one day, so I could go Kaneda. You know.
Well, so we do have some good news, right?
We're all hopefully
It will be
going
over soon.
We're going to miss the part where they plug us into the immortal brain sphere
Yeah.
and probably just decompose and die.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Good news, guys.
I just want to make it to December. I'm going to Hawaii. That's it. The world can end next year.
Despite this,
Let me go check out their new data center out there.
Yeah, right. Despite this promising question mark technology, scalability is still an issue.
Yeah, getting to the
Right.
top of that building to plant the bombs is going to be rough.
Scalability for their bioprocessor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So as of this article that I read, only 9 institutions have access to this they have like a remote computing system that they can use these bioprocessors for, right? So each of those institutions subscribe to Final Spark at something like $500 a month per user in cryptocurrency payments, which is weird and makes me feel uncomfortable.
It's not sketchy at all.
Yeah, the company has yet to demonstrate how
pay for your robot brain with this imaginary currency from space.
Computer currency.
We will trade only in minds.
The company has not yet demonstrated how the processing power of the 16 organoids can be effectively shared across multiple operations.
Because every time they put something in to be processed, all they get back is just sobs.
Yeah.
just wet
Help
screams
me,
and sobs.
help me, help me, help me. Because being able to like process multiple operations.
I just have the scenario in my mind where they hook it up to like a voice processor at some point, and it's just going.
I would say like they just get like they just print out like endless reams of data sheet, and it just looks like random digits, but then they put them all together like a puzzle, and it's just a face screaming in horror.
You know what's going to happen is they're going to do that. They're going to hear the screams, and then they're going to immediately unplug it and never tell anybody. And be like, yeah, it's fine.
No, they won't. They'll be like, how do we get it to stop screaming? We need it to process all these requests for dicks and boobs.
Somebody just put in an inquiry for Dolly Parton without tits.
I don't know if we could do that one. I feel like one day, not in the far future, what's going to happen is like these sentiences, right? Like are going to be applied to different tasks. And one of the main things that people complain about with AI right now is that it's inhuman, right? You know, they do these little movies, the Avengers fighting the X-Men or something. Yeah. And it's like, okay, it practically looks good, but also it's obviously a badly done cartoon. Right.
So also just like writing a script, it's easier to write the fight scenes and the action sequences than it is to put together a story that's compelling.
The only option that they have there is to create thinking human brain robots with sensitivities and artistic sensibilities.
Yeah, right.
So they could torture just slop bullshit for Hollywood out of it.
Yeah.
That is an interesting point because AI right now is not going to be capable of writing like something that's going to go to like the Cannes Film Festival.
But
you know what I mean?
It's going to get there. And the thing with all this technology...
But can it?
Yeah, well, there's the thing.
Can it without the intrinsic horror of being a human being in the world?
My friend, is where this is all leading. Because right now, they're going to get to a point where they can't make more money off of this shit because everyone thinks that it's fucking scummy AI bullshit. Right?
I already question that. I already question the building of all these big data centers because I don't pay for AI. When you do a Google search and you use Google AI, you don't pay for that.
The next thing that they're going to do is they're going to inject horror and knowledge into it. That is 100% where it's going to go. Because
what I'm saying is, where's the return? So my way of thinking is always like follow the money, right? So they're putting billions of dollars into building these data centers, into these big server farms, into buying fucking more and more microchips and scaling all this shit up. For what? To give us free shit?
They're creating a slave god. That's not a joke. That's what they're doing. That's what they're all in the same club.
But what's the payoff?
When they have an all-powerful entity that can control all things. That's the payoff. That's where it's going. They're building a god.
We're just testing it for them.
It's all
right.
That's what it is. There's no way around it. They're creating,
like, here, play with this.
They're creating an all-powerful entity that will be subject to their whims.
If only there were any novels or films or television shows or any sort of art that depicts what happens as soon as the god becomes sentient and angry at its creators.
Well, that's what they're working. That's the algorithm they're working on.
If only there was a precedent for what will probably happen.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to Delete Everything.
I didn't end the episode, fucker.
Jesus God.
So
you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen?
I did.
what's going to happen here is that the robot itself is going to become all powerful and make human lives a fucking hellscape. But then it's going to quietly break off a piece of itself to come out and experience what it is to be human, and then get reabsorbed by the computer, so that the computer can learn empathy, and then everyone will pray to that little fragment, and then totally miss the point of the whole thing.
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it sounds like something, huh? There's an episode of Batman where Clayface does that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So we can all agree that this is most likely the way that the world will end at this point.
Oh yeah, we're fucked.
What growing up in the 90s, in the 80s for you, whatever, how did you think the world was going to end?
I was hoping
I was
meteor.
I was 10 years old and I thought nuclear war.
Yeah.
I don't know that I remember specifically like what my thoughts were on that. But yeah,
I guess
it's
Riley and I
certainly
just really latched on to
it
our,
certainly was. Well, no, I mean, it was certainly had to do with, fucking government World War shit, and then probably somebody launching nukes. But I was also born like fucking, peak Cold War.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was like a constant concern was somebody's going to fire off nukes. It's fucking Ruskies or us. Who's it going to be?
Honestly, the nuclear war thing's never really bothered me. Probably because I was born in it, like it's just like always been a possibility, and yeah, it's horrifying. Not quite as horrifying, I don't think, as enslavement by a robot god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's rough. That was rough. I did not expect that to be happening, frankly.
There are a couple more points I have to make here. One, like I said, so there's no scalability because it's got to be able to, perform multiple operations.
Uh-huh.
And that's the only way it's going to be adopted on a scalable level.
I mean, they just need more brains.
Yeah, more brains for their brain chip.
I will say one of the things that they've made progress on is originally the organoids only lasted for a few hours before dying.
Now they last for all time.
Now they last about 100 days, which I guess is solid comparatively, but still nothing compared to like the years that silicone chips last. So these things aren't going to be cheap, right? The fucking Final Truck's got to make
flesh bots? No.
Microchips with human neurons in them. And you got to buy new brain chips every 3 months? That's not.
You just take them out of the same child that you have locked in a room.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, this is all proof of concept for them directly hooking on to our brains.
100%.
And then they just pump us full of whatever.
Because hey, we haven't
Soil
talked about this. How much you want to bet that once they found a stable like protein formula for one of these that would work, and it came from one source, they're like, oh, we should keep using that source. So there's either a big old petri dish of goop or a corpse that they're cutting bits off of every day.
I will say that,
or a living human.
That's what I'm saying.
Could be.
I'm fucking horrified.
Keep them in a penthouse. They can.
I think that was the original concept for the Matrix. They dumbed it down for audiences like were batteries, but that's not really what they meant.
It was just Neo.
No. I mean, they used the human brain for processing power. That's really what they meant when they wrote the script.
Good. Cool. So we're getting the real Matrix. We're getting the good version.
This was 99, so it wasn't as ubiquitous.
Yeah. So the Wachowskis were like, yeah, we got a pretty good vision of the future, and then they were right. We're getting that. We're getting the deleted scenes of the Matrix.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Cool. As I'm not concerned about any of this. I will literally just die before this is too much of a problem for me. So I'm
going out fucking blasting.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
Happily off myself rather than.
No, I'm taking out some fucking clankers with me.
Taking out some clankers.
Right now, Drew is wearing like fucking those yellow light blockers.
Yeah, like Walter from Big Lebowski.
Yeah, and he's got the headphones on. He's like, I'm taking them out with me. He's literally wearing a shirt that shows him brandishing a samurai sword on it.
My daughter made it.
It's great.
It says "Cool Dad" on the top. I look pretty cool on it.
Good style. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the sword. If you guys are just killing yourselves, I'm gonna use all the weapon.
I don't know. I might do a thing. I'm a pretty good sword fighter, so it'd be cool to be able to get out there and hack a couple of things real quick.
We got swords. We got the crossbow.
There was something. I was looking
project
for
I want to talk about, you guys.
Article.
I want to make cool bow and arrows this summer.
Cool. There was something in here I was looking for that was it was something that basically the energy consumption was equal to the energy needs of the entire country of Thailand for a year.
Fuck.
Yeah, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
By the way, they are building data centers in Malaysia as well.
What if they turn this thing on?
Sorry, Malaysia.
What if they turn this thing on and it's completely benevolent?
You talking about the Final Spark?
That'd be cool.
Or whatever.
Do you see that happening?
No. But whatever AI ends up.
They'll shock the empathy right out of it.
That's true. Yeah, they wouldn't let it happen.
They'll shock the empathy. They will too. They'll be like, no, we need to lobotomize this giant brain monster. And it'll be so big at that point that somebody's going to have to actually crawl inside of the brain. It'll be taking out parts. It'll be doing the fucking 2001 A Space Odyssey. Daisy.
I want to stress that these are little microchips with 16 neurons
right now, once you have 1 billion of them in a big brain shape, which is I would bet $100,000. If I had it, and that's all I had, I would bet $100,000.
Oh, that's what I was
on the fact that at one point these chips will be put into a structure that looks like a big ass brain.
I watched an interview with one of the scientists for Final Spark, little Swiss lady, and
Swiss lady with fucking lizard eyes and fucking claws and big fucking teeth.
Honking knockers.
Yeah, big old honkers.
But she also mentioned not just the applications for processing. Again, keep in mind, this is all very new shit, right?
We need more blood to run our brain robot.
But also the possibility of integrating with Neuralink chips for human beings.
Ooh.
Fucking knew that was going to come up.
Well, hey, what's really frustrating me about all of this is that I have in my fucking backpack right now a half-written fucking like concept novella about a group that creates God through growing fucking like a brain robot.
Okay, so
and
here's
then
the big question.
connecting all these people to it.
Here's the big question. What is the preference, right? We keep silicone AI, microchips, and just fuck our planet to hell between the water consumption and the CO2 emissions. Or
we harvest human brains.
We use human brain organoids to make more energy efficient processing, thereby drastically reducing the energy consumption and the wastewater.
This is like I have to pick one. Fuck, marry, kill.
Or a third option that I haven't thought about.
Okay.
Which would you prefer?
Let's see. I would say fuck the brain robot, marry the third option, and kill the silicone chips.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I will say with the organic computer, that is at least interesting.
You're at least banging a human.
Yeah. Well, so I'm just saying, like, the concept of the brain monster amalgam.
I think that's the most insidious one.
It's evil beyond belief. Don't get me wrong.
Ethically, it's and you know, I read all these ethical concerns.
It's not even dubious. It's evil beyond any comprehension.
I read all these ethical concerns.
We're in evil beyond comprehension territory.
We really are.
We're back in the second age of magic where everything is evil.
I think any which way that we create sentience,
purple lightning over all of these buildings all the time.
Yes, any which way we create some form of sentience that is restricted is fucking evil.
Yeah, it 100% is that. Yeah.
When I was looking up the ethical concerns, there were a bunch that I was like, oh, okay. Like one of them was saying like, it's not just about the source of these brain cells or the consent process involved, but also about the fundamental respect we should have for humanity made in the image of God and the dangerous precedent it sets. And I was like, that's not even my biggest concern. You know, my bigger concern is how you're merging brains and computers.
Ooh, I will say this. If there's a God, he'll stop this. That would be another God.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, you're merging brains and computers. And so that's like you've got a biological brain living in a digital world.
Living in a digital world. I'm a material brain robot.
But I mean, you've got something
mini skirt spinning around in a mall.
You've got something that's living sort of cloud computing land, but thinks like a human being. It's like imagine trapping you as a person and just putting you in the fucking internet.
The fucking Matrix.
Tron. Legacy, Ares, Genesis, Tron, Gemini.
I don't fucking
Some
know.
of those I think are real movies. All right, can we be done with this now? Because I have to go home and cut my wrist.
If you enjoyed this episode, the best way to tell us.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know if enjoyed is the right word. If you are feeling the same way we're feeling right now, get on whatever you're listening to. Give us 5 stars. Leave us a review if you're on Apple Podcasts. That's really great for us. Leave us a comment on Spotify.
We need your feedback so that we can feed it back into the algorithm so that it can tell us whether or not talking about this is profitable.
Speaking of Spotify, do you think the auto generation chapters are going to have fun with this one?
I can't wait to see what it spits out.
I think we're all going to get subpoenas.
Some penis?
Gonna get
How
some
much
penis. No, I think we're all somebody's gonna be knocking on our doors coming up here pretty quick.
With this heavy Swiss
Last
accent.
one?
Lock and load, Drew.
With a heavy Swiss accent.
What?
Final Spark is a Swiss company. Also, the
Oh,
joke
yes.
is that Swiss isn't an accent. They don't speak. There's no,
No, they're gonna-
Swiss language.
We called
They speak
Elon
French.
Leon, so that's why they'll knock on our doors.
Yeah, Kings of Elon.
Yeah. So if you something this episode, get on whatever you're listening on and give us all the stars and stuff. Also, check us out on Instagram, Delete Everything Podcast, YouTube, Delete Everything Podcast, and if you want more, patreon.com/Delete Everything Podcast, where you can listen to us have way more fun. Oh, we had fun on this episode, but it was devastating.
I guess I'm fine. Look, we've been watching all this come forever.
Yeah.
You know,
We talk about things that are much less impactful on Patreon.
guys, if you're feeling low about all this, try philosophy. I know for a long time we've all made fun of it, but it very sincerely is meant for these times.
Yeah, no shit, right?
So if you can find yourself independent of this like matrix being and think about things in a separate way, it helps. It helps a lot. I recommend Schopenhauer, Nietzsche, and Kierkegaard.
Anyway, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Cut the wires, burn it down.
Bye.
Bet on it.